You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shell Imsal.
And as usual, every week we watch a local film and we review the local film that we watch. And this week we are going to watch a film that is local, and we are going to review it.
It's called
It's called
Fly by Night.
Fly by Night. It sounds like a film competition.
Fly by Night.
Fly by Night.
Okay.
Okay, we watched
Fly by
Fly by-
Night.
yeah, it's directed by Zahir Omar. It's his first feature film. Yeah,
Yes.
he's supposedly apparently a TVC director, TV commercial director, and this is his first feature.
Yeah.
It's gone to some festivals, I think, and
It's still going, I think.
yeah, and a lot of people who have watched it, have been giving positive reviews, and you know,
Feedback.
positive feedback lah from the film. Everybody likes it. It's what's it about?
Okay, so it's basically about these guys who sort of pull off heists. I don't really know if I would call them heists. Sort of like cons lah. And they all drive taxis.
Yeah,
and
they're all
they're
taxi
related.
drivers. Yeah,
Some nepotistic.
they're all like siblings and
Yeah,
cousins.
so it's
and-
like siblings, then there's a god brother, and then there's like a bro lah. Just like a younger brother's bro.
yeah.
And then there's so it's all run by this older brother whose father used to be a policeman.
Who we don't know his name. We only know
Yeah,
him as Chinaman or Tylo.
Yeah. So Tylo is basically the guy who's running this con, and he believes in like playing it safe and not taking risks. And he's got a god brother who has just gotten out of jail because of drugs. So Tylo has a younger brother, Silo, who is like in his mid-20s, early 30s, and he's got another bro lah, Quilo.
Quilo.
Yeah, so
Because he has blonde
Tylo,
hair.
Silo, Quilo. And those two fleurs are basically like the junior fleurs lah that are also running this heist. So what they do is that Silo's wife works at the taxi counter at the airport. So she picks the target, she marks him, and then they find out everything they can about him, and then they sort of pretend to kidnap. Or
Either
basically
kidnap
they
or
extort,
blackmail,
they
or
extort
blackmail,
money
extort
lah.
money
They
lah.
extort money from this person. But Silo is unhappy because he feels like he always gets a smaller cut. And then his friend Quilo is like, you just like
Brother,
make
Quilo.
phone call. No, Quilo is, I don't think it's his
Oh,
brother.
Quilo is not the brother, is it?
I
Okay,
think it's
okay.
just his bro or something.
Okay.
So it's like, you just like make phone calls and
Drive a taxi
drive
around.
a taxi around me. So why you want us for so much? But he's unhappy, so he wants more. And shit goes down lah from there. So basically it's all his fault. It's all his fault, and it's also because the opening of the show, they hit Adi Putra, who's like
Some Dato',
Melayu.
rich Dato'.
Yeah, Dato'. So obviously and then because like some Dato' got hit by this taxi scam,
So the police get
bring in,
involved.
so it's like the police is like put to work on this. And who is the inspector in charge? Ron
Inspector-
Polare.
Inspector Kamal. He's looking good in this film.
He's looking real good.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Bron, I'm gonna tag you in this review.
you're
We
looking
think
real good.
We think you're looking great.
Real good. It's so captivating to watch. Oh my god. Anyway, I don't mean he just physically looks good. Like his performance was also
Oh
just
yeah, his performance was
captivating.
good.
Oh
His
my
performance-
god. Yes.
The last time I saw Bron acting really, really good was in Ola Bola actually. He did really well. He was the life of the movie. Without him, the movie was even worse lah. But yeah,
Yes, but we all know how I feel about Oliver. So
yeah.
anyway.
Bron.
Moving on, but Braun was great in this. He was very captivating. It was much better than him getting shot at the beginning of Bikers Kental 2. Anyway. So basically she goes down lah. Yeah, that's the film. What did you think about the film?
I like the film. It was quite okay. It's quite good. Very well directed. Very nicely shot. There's not much like gimmicks in it. You know, it's a very plain old story that, you know, it's a crime story. You know, it's about this gang who extort people. It reminds me very much of Quentin Tarantino's earlier films like Reservoir Dogs and all that, right? And I like that. I like the way the story is told. But with that being said, it wasn't very original to me. It wasn't very original, and it seemed very derivative of those kind of films Yeah. So. I'm not saying it's a bad film. You know what I mean?
It's not
It's
a
told
bad
well.
film.
It's very engaging. I liked it.
It could be more engaging.
I don't know. I thought it was okay. But to me, it wasn't very original. That was the main thing for me. Yeah. It was written nicely. The plot had moved forward quite well. You know, the relationship between the characters were great. The performance was stellar. Everybody performed really well. The acting was great in this film. So there was no point in this film. You know how when you watch Malaysian films and you say, oh, some kayu, acting kayu and all that, you don't have that feeling at all in this entire film because they were all acting very, very good. But it's the originality thing for me. Yeah.
I guess I got nothing to say already You say everything, Lee.
Oh, that's what I think What do you feel? You
Yeah,
had
what
some
you
other
said.
things. You thought it was too long, huh?
I thought it was a bit long in the sense that there were a lot of scenes that just seemed a little bit unnecessarily dragged out. But I also feel like when you're making a film for the first time, that tends to happen. You want to tell the story, and you feel like to tell the story well, you need to include everything. So you tend to like add a lot of parts where it's just kind of like panjang a bit. So at some points, I really felt like it was a little bit unnecessary lah. There was a lot of not to say waiting, but it didn't feel very deliberate. Like it just felt long unnecessarily. Yes, I do agree the acting was stellar. Everybody was great. It was a really like great cast put together. There was a lot of chemistry. There was the right amount of tension, and everybody really kind of brought the A game. I didn't even realize that the guy who plays Silo is Fabian Liu, whom we reviewed in Think Big Big last year. And
Think Big Big
he
was a small character.
Yeah, he was a supporting character in that film. But I mentioned, I think, in that review that I thought that he performed quite well. And it turns out he is quite like bloody diverse lah. So like he really embodied this character, and it was it's nice to see that he's not a sort of staple performer lah, where he can only play like one type of character throughout, you know. So it's nice. I guess he's someone to watch in the scene, because he's taking on like, this was quite a serious role. I felt this was quite a serious role. There were not a lot of parts of it that were like funny, because, you know, it was an action film, and it was a heist type of film, and it was serious lah, because they fuck up a lot, especially his character, and like shit goes down mostly because his character is reckless and young and kind of stupid and irrational.
Right.
And he really embodied it and I thought he did really well. So I'm like, he's like someone to watch lah, I suppose. Maybe he'll play like major roles and then disappoint me. Who knows?
It's not an artsy-fartsy film for
It
sure
is not.
It's a very
even
commercial
though it's
film.
short, the color palette is a bit like kind of noir. It's very neon noir-ish. I don't know. There's a lot of like shadow on the staircase.
All these I don't understand.
Red light bulb, like so it
Miss on
can
scene, miss-
feel a little bit artsy, but none of it is actually like super art lah.
It's a very genre film. A
Yeah.
very genre Hollywood style kind of film. It's like it's like you go and watch Transformers and you know what to expect. Like that kind of film lah. So you go watch a Italian Job, like that kind of film. You
it's
know
like
what to
very
expect already.
Oceans, but not
Ocean's
as sleek
11,
as Oceans
Italian
lah.
Job, or-
I think Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is the best
Del Toro
comparison
is like
lah.
the best comparison, because it was also quite they tried to do that like with the gore. Del Toro, blah. Sorry. Tarantino. Sorry. Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, so they were trying to do that with like the gore and the
which was
the
done well.
crassness. I did like that LPF censored like a scene where he was being super crass to Braun. That was
They censored the dialogue.
It's like very ineffective then for me, that scene in particular. But yeah. I want to say again that Braun was just very captivating in this film. Like every scene with Braun in it just made me feel so captivated. I couldn't take my eyes off him, and his performance was just so well controlled and delivered. And like he goes from like level-headed, suave, straight policeman to police brutality just like that. And it's like, look at me and remember my face. And I'm like, yes, Braun, I will remember your face for sure.
One thing that I also enjoyed is the relationship between the characters.
Yeah.
It was developed quite nice. Again, still derivative, not very original,
And
but
you
I
really
enjoyed it.
Did you feel also that the Tylo was just kind of just screwed over?
Yeah,
like damn kasihan
he seems to be someone. The Tylo seems to be someone who just wants to take care of his family.
Yeah.
The mother, after the father died, the father was a policeman.
The godbrother that the father sort of takes in.
Who went to jail and got released. Takes care of his younger brother. He was just trying to take care of everyone. He was taking care of his younger brother's wife.
Yeah.
And
if you notice, there was a great disparity between like sort of the older generation and the younger generation, where his idea of like doing heists is you do small stakes heists, and then you divide the money and you do more of those.
Consistency.
But the other guy is like, no,
one big one
and like be recognized and like stay, this is who you are, whatever. And you can even see that the disparity between it's like a generational gap now between the four of them, you see. But the two older ones are like, the minute the inspector sort of gets on their tail, they're like, we're not doing anything anymore, we're just gonna lie low.
Yeah.
And these lawyers are just like,
then what are we gonna do? How are we gonna survive?
Nobody la. And they are not very
they don't have forward
thinking. They're kids are basically. And then they don't take calculated risks at all. And even towards the end, when shit really goes down and the brother is like losing his shit on him, the younger Fleur is still like, but have you done it? Have you ever pulled off something this big? No, right? If it wasn't because of me, blah, 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 blah. So I felt really bad for him. I felt like actually he kind of played all of his cards right.
Yeah.
And if everybody just shut up and listened to him, it would have all worked out okay. So yeah, it's a good film. Not bad for a debut film.
No, pretty good for first time.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So go watch it lah.
Yes.
I would say go watch it.
Go watch it. Definitely go watch it.
I mean, it just opened in the cinemas. So it's still playing.
Yeah. It's doing averagely. Could do better.
Is it?
You should go and like watch it and because the showings are sort of dropping a bit, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, like some cinemas only playing like one show only. So yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you
if
think.
you have watched it. Fight with us, argue with us. Suggest what else you think we should do in this channel, in this video series, in the Fat Bidin Film Club.
Yes.
Comment,
we
subscribe.
won't make out for you, unfortunately.
We won't make out with you.
That's not happening. For you.
Oh, why would we make out?
I don't know. You're asking people to suggest things.
Oh.
Just putting it out there.
No, it's not that kind of video.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you like it. Well, thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't like it. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. It's @FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Cheryl Abustan.
Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay.